Hi, everybody, and welcome to my attempt this week at BBO's weekly free instant tournament. Here are my instant tournaments, the weekly free instant tournament. Play. Now we see it's 8 boards, match points, and as you probably all know, almost all of you, it's a best hands tournament, so nobody can have more points than me. They can have the same, and they can have better distribution. But my hand's still called the best hand. So here we are, 15 points. A not very good 6 card spade suit. But we have aces here and this king. This is a hand that really wants to play in a suit contract. These small spades will take tricks roughing in spades, but we may never get to establish them if they're not trumps, because the opponents may knock out our stoppers in the red suits and cash their winners before we can do so. So this is definitely a one spade opening bid. 2 spades from partner. Here we are, 3 plus spades, 7 to 10 total points. If I'm playing with a human here, I think I'm going to ask them to help me. See, 3 spades should just be a preemptive bid to stop the opponents getting in, but I suspect it isn't with the robots. Let's have a look and see what it would mean. 5 plus spades, 16 to 17 total points. So it's just an invitational hand saying if you've got a maximum for your 2 spades, bid 4. 3 hearts would be, so I've got something in hearts. So 3 diamonds. Yeah, it shows, they all show you've got, yeah, well, I do have something in hearts, but I want to know if they can cover my losers. So I would, yeah, the standard thing is to use a long suit trial bid and say that, can you help me in this suit? Otherwise, you can bid 4. But it's obvious that the robots don't do that, and so I'm just going to do the invitation. It says 16 to 17 total points, and I've got that. I've got a 6th spade and a couple of doubletons. So they're going to 4 spades. All right, let's see how we buy. All right, that looks good. The 2 of hearts lead means that we haven't got any heart losers because we can put the jack in, and if the queen comes, we cover, and then we'll have 2 winners in dummy, and if the jack wins, we'll have the ace and the king left. We could have 2 club losers. We've got no diamond losers. It may be we can set up the 4th heart to get rid of a club. It's worth noting that West is the safe hand as far as clubs go. If West leads a club, we're guaranteed to only have 1 club loser leading round to the king. So they can win the ace, but we'd then win the king. Whereas if East is on lead, you can lead through the king, jack, and if the ace, queen are over here, or if one of them's over here and I guess wrongly as to which one it is, they can take 2 tricks. So I'm going to put in the jack of hearts, obviously, the queen, and now I'm going to win the ace. So I'm in the wrong hand because I want to lead spades from dummy. If I lead it and lose the trick to West, then they can't attack heart clubs without giving me a club trick. So just 2 of hearts, probably for, well, the queen's here. It might be from 4 to the 9. It might be a singleton. Everything points to the fact we want West on lead. So I've got to go to dummy, and the obvious way to go, safe way to go to dummy is the king of diamonds. But actually, the best thing to do is to eliminate the diamonds from my 2 hands so that they can't then return a diamond without giving me an extra trick. So I'm going to play diamonds ending in dummy and lead the jack of spades so I can retain the lead. Queen, king, that's good. There's the ace. So now I've got the 10 and 9 atop. They're playing their ace of clubs. So I've got no club losers, no more club losers, just the 2 losers. So unless this gets roughed, doesn't. So I've got the king and 10 of hearts are good, remember, from the first trick. And I've got the 10 and 9 of spades. So I can just draw their last two trumps. Remember, I had six, dummy had three, so that's nine. So they just had four. Um, so they're all gone. So I've just got spades and two heart winners now. Um, so I can claim +1. 67%. So a lot of people have done that. Anybody made +2? No. So most people made +1, and a few were held to that. A few went, a couple went down, a couple didn't bid the game. So we're in equal first place with 9 others, as expected when you see something that's not much variation. So I got 13 points. Not a nice 13. There's 9 of them are in these 3 cards in a short suit. My long suit is rubbish. This is a horrible 13, but you've got to open 13-point hands. If you don't open them, you will miss too many games. So the robot system, you open this 1 diamond. 3 clubs is got this kind of invite, 6 clubs less than diamonds. 9 to 11 high card points. Right. So what's partner got? They got 6 clubs. They haven't got diamonds. So they've got 3 minus diamonds. So that leaves at least 4 cards in the majors. If we can run 6 club tricks, we've got 3 spade tricks. That's 9 tricks. We could pass and find that we've got 5 losers, 2 hearts and 2 diamonds, and a trump. But we'd probably have those losers in 3 no trumps, maybe more. So 3 no trumps is a gamble. Partner, hopefully they won't lead diamonds. They might, because my diamonds could just be a 3-card suit. They might even lead spades, or they might lead hearts, and we may not have anything. But partner has something outside of clubs. They can only have 8 high card points in clubs. So they've got something outside. So I think this is worth a gamble. And let's see. And they played spades. There we go. So partner has the ace of hearts. Club. So we want to play clubs. And we've got 2, 4. We've got this 3 opposite that. So they've got 4. We need to think about how the clubs can break. This looks like the 2 or 3 spades in the west hand, 3 or 4 spades in the west hand, and it 4 or 3 in the east hand. So spades are splitting evenly. I've bid diamonds, so hopefully they're not going to play diamonds when they get in. We've got 4 tricks outside clubs, so we just need 5 club tricks. But if we lose a club trick, they may be able to run enough diamonds to beat us. But so we need to consider if the 2-2 break and the king's on side, we lead any club, and either low club or the queen of clubs will give us 3 tricks. The much more interesting situation is if this hand has 3 to the king and this hand has a singleton. Because this hand has a singleton 9 or 10, and this hand has king 10 or 9 and the little one, which is yes, in fact, we're missing the 5, yeah, king 10, 5. If we lead low, this hand plays low, and we finesse the jack, and the 10 or 9 drops here. That's 1. We come back to our hand and lead the queen of clubs now. West can put on the king, what's in the ace, and they'll still have a winner. The 10, they'll promote their 9 or 10 as a winner. If we lead the queen of clubs, now West must cover. Otherwise, we just win and lead another club and finesse the jack. So they cover with the king. We win with the ace. If the 9 or 10 drops here in the east hand, then we can come back to our hand and finesse the 8. Now, of course, if this has king doubleton and this hand has 10-9 doubleton, then that will be the losing play when the winning play would have been just to play the jack of clubs. But if it wasn't the robot, then the robot would normally play as a defender the lowest of equals. I'm not sure what they would do here. The robot plays the 10. I'm inclined to think they don't have the 9. Anyway, we'll play low from dummy. And we'll pretend like we got the singleton ace. They probably won't believe that. So, as I say, if clubs are 2-2, it doesn't matter which one we lead. Well, it looks like the king's offside, so we're just going to have to hope they don't switch to diamonds. It's the king, and they didn't. Right, so we can get in with our spade. Remember, they both followed to clubs, and they only had 4 of them, so they've only got 2 left, so they're going to fall under that. I think I just want to see if I can they can make a mistake in discarding. And they broke 2-2. I'm going to discard a 9 of diamonds hearts to start with, just to encourage them. They're their hearts. The hearts. I don't think this is going to make any difference, but we might as well just try it. Well, there's another heart and another diamond. Let's play this spade. What they do. And they both follow to spades. So I'm going to play to the ace of hearts now for my 9th trick. But as expected, the king, queen don't fall. Sun had them both. They were never going to bear them. But now they can take all their diamond tricks. The ace and king can clash on the last trick. No, it looks like lots of people bid 3 no trumps since we only got 75% for it. Yeah, lots of people realised that it was a good chance. Lots of people passed 3 clubs it was making. But if 3 clubs was making, it was likely that 3 no trumps was. And that obviously pays a lot better. So it looks like we've got a reasonably strong field against which we're playing this week. Some weeks you can tell it's not a very good field. But for the people who bid 3 no, for this number of people to bid 3 no trumps, so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 people bid 3 no trumps, but at least 2 of them were people who didn't bid 4 spades last time, that didn't make their over trick, because we're tied first place with 6 for the pairs. Onto this board, which is 12, 7 is 19, and 2 is 21, and this is 2 no trumps in anybody's money. Partner just goes to 3 no trumps. They could have 3 spades. Since the robot only plays ordinary Stayman. They only have 2, and their opponents have led hearts. So we don't have to, they've won the race here. We would like to set up spades. We can probably make 3 tricks in spades after we knocked out the ace king. But they can probably make 3 tricks in hearts after they've knocked out the ace king. And they're going to, because they've led hearts, they're going to knock out our ace king before we've knocked out their ace king. So they're ahead in the race. So it doesn't look like we can set up spades. It looks like we can make 2 heart tricks, and that we're going to have to try and make 7 tricks in the minor suits. We can make at least 3 in diamonds, maybe a fourth one, and we may be able to make four in clubs. And on a good day, we'll be able to make five. So we've got eight clubs. Um, so they've got five. So if they break 3-2, we could just lose a trick to the king and we'll make four. So the question is, should we win? We're going to win this first trick here. We've got no choice of winning it in our hand. Then what are we going to do? We've only got one sure entry to the, which is dummy to start with, which is the king of diamonds. So if we go there, lead the three of clubs to the queen, and the queen holds, we still won't know what to do. We could play the ace, and if the king doesn't drop, they're effectively holding it up to the third round. We won't be able to get to dummy's long diamonds because we've used up the entry. The other thing is that we might want to make a fourth diamond trick, and the best chance at doing that is by leading towards the king 10 of diamonds at the end, taking the ace queen first. So it looks like the best way to combine all our chances is to lead the ace of clubs and then the queen of clubs, giving them the king of clubs. But hopefully if they're 3-2, then the rest of the clubs will be good. If they're not, if they're 4-1, then we have a problem unless the king is singleton. I'm going to win that. We're going to lay down the ace of clubs, see what happens. And now we're going to lead the queen of clubs. 9, 5. There's the king. We could have finessed it. They're going to cash some spades. Don't mind that. They'll set up our spades. Yep. They've taken their three tricks, but now they followed to that. So we had 5 and 2. We had 7 spades. They had 6. And there were 2 here, so there were 4 here. So the 10 will drop the 9. We don't need the 6 of hearts and dummy. So actually now we have loads of winners. These clubs are winners from the top. We've got 3 diamonds. We've got the king of hearts and we've got 2 spades. So we can claim the rest of the tricks any way we want. And 430 is below average. So what do people do? Wrong hand. So there are plenty of 460s there for 85%. What do they do to get 460? The king of clubs is doubleton. So if we look at what happened on this one, let's just make this bigger for you. I want to export and do a link. Quick look at this. Here we are. So here they got the heart lead. And they played ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, and diamonds broke 3-3, which happens only 36% of the time. So they probably met cash their 10 of diamonds now. Spade away. They correctly realized it in the time to set spades, but now they played the jack of clubs, and that's terrible. This hand has thrown a club away, which is even worse by the robot. They presumably did that on this diamond. So they got very lucky to make tricks. Because if there are 3 to the king here, and they just hold up the king to the third round of clubs, you will have no entry to dummy to get to the clubs, having those diamonds, and you go down. So those that actually made 460, they played it badly. So I I don't think I shall worry too much about them. So we're now in fourth, equal fourth place. There are three people better than us. So it's gone one club. Partner's overcalled one diamond, and we've got 13 points with four diamonds. So I think we want to just say that I think one heart is going to tell you we have five hearts and less than four diamonds. So we can't. I think the only bid that we've got, one no trumps, not enough. Two no trumps, likely stopping clubs. I don't. So I got to bid two clubs to say I've got good supporting diamonds, 10 plus total points. It's the only forcing bid I've got. I don't know what those three diamonds mean, just a matter of interest. Unbalanced, and I'm not really unbalanced. I'm a balanced hand. So I am going to bid three clubs is a mixed raise. That's 4 plus diamonds, 7 to 9 total points, and I'm much stronger than that. Three diamonds is unbalanced, three hearts is biddable hearts. So I've got no choice but just to bid two clubs. Three clubs in there, pass from partner. What would double mean now? Biddable clubs. So what does three hearts mean? 16 plus total points. Do I have 16 plus total points? Partner hasn't really denied four hearts at this point. I'm going, this seems best. Partner should be shorting clubs. I mean, partner doesn't have to have much for their overcall. The robots are fairly sound overcalls. They'll have 8 plus points. So it's our hand. We have more points than they do. And our suit is diamonds. I could just bid three diamonds. Let's see, what does that mean? 4 plus diamonds, 10 to 15 total points. I suppose that's what I've got. So I will say that. And we'll play in three diamonds. And here we are, the club lead, and presumably we'd have got that from bid three now trumps. We expect to make 6 diamond tricks, the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs in three no trumps. So we should only make 8 tricks in no trumps before they could make their 5. So hopefully we're beating the people in no trumps. We want to make as many diamonds as we can. They've led a club. Diamond, we've got 10 diamonds between us, 6-4. So they've got 3. It's possible this hand, more likely this hand has 3 than West that bid all the clubs. So we're going to, remembering that the south hand is the dummy and the north hand is the one the opponents can't see. So we're going to win the ace of clubs, and we're going to play a diamond. I chose the 5 just in case at any point I ever need an entry to this hand, and when the trumps are drawn, I can play the 3 to the 4 on the 4th round of diamonds. You know, it'll probably not make any difference at all, but it's just one of those little things that you should just do automatically, just to keep your entries flexible. You go up with the ace of diamonds, and the queen falls, so there's one more diamond out. We've seen 2 of their 3. And may as well draw their last trump. Should have just played the 6. I wasn't concentrating on that. Now, as it happens, we're going to have a heart loser, because when we play the spades, that will set up only 2 winners in dummy to throw 2 hearts away. But we will just see if we can persuade them to give us a rough and a discard as well. So I'm going to rough another club. Dummy. Um, I've done well here to duck the ace to start with, and they're not going to play a club for me. So I'm going to make that ace of hearts, and I can't do anything. Even though I play the four of hearts to the nine and then cash those two, they'll keep a heart. So I'm going to win, but I'll give up the heart trick now. And now they give us a rough and a discard when it doesn't matter. Their spades are winners, and I've still got trump as well. So I'm making an over trick. Two over tricks. Anybody bidding game? It's only 50% that. Anybody bidding five diamonds? One. And one bid three no trumps. If they do in three no trumps. Let's have a look at their auction. One club, one diamond. And this hand bid one heart, promising five hearts. Two clubs, two spades, three no trumps. And now, of course, they probably don't get a spade lead, the heart lead. No, you get a club lead. Which is still, so how are you still making three no trumps? If you take the ace of clubs, you've got six diamonds, that ace of clubs. Do they duck a spade? You're making your diamond tricks. They throw what would be their winning spades away, their winning hearts away. They're down to only three heart winners now. But they got plenty of club winners, so nine of diamonds wins. Seven of diamonds wins. Here they are with seven. They've got seven tricks at the moment. And they play the nine of spades. They duck the spade, and once they've got the jack of spades, they're home and dry. So we correctly identified that three no trumps was likely to need them to make a defensive error. And of course, the robots sometimes do. So we're now in equal fifth place, but still plenty of opportunities to move up. We've got 12 points. Nobody's got more than 12 points for us, than more points than us. So East may have 12 points. Partner can't have, well, could have a bad 11. But we need to compete. They're bidding clubs. We've got the other suits. Partner, yeah, may well bid hearts, but we're going to make a takeout double here. Partner bids spades. He didn't have to bid, so they have promised four spades here, at least. Because this hand bid one heart, they could have passed. If this hand had passed, they couldn't have passed, and one spade might have been the only thing they could bid with a three-card suit if they had a club suit that wasn't good enough to pass for penalties. So now we know we've got an 8-card spade fit, so we can bid to the level of our fit. Two spades must be right. They're going to bid three clubs. Partner bids three diamonds. 3 plus diamonds, 4 plus spades, 7 to 10 total points. We know that, but that's good news. Hopefully they've got some points there opposite ours, so that We look like we may have a double fit. The king of clubs may be well placed because this hand's big clubs twice and this hand only supported them eventually. We may have a few heart losers, but I think we got to try three spades here because of the double fit. If we have a double fit, then they have a double fit. So on the hope that partner has four diamonds, I'm going to bid three spades. Partner only has three, but we don't have any diamond losers, and he only has two heart losers. So we have one club loser. So we should have no diamond losers, two heart losers, possibly one spade loser, hopefully only one black suit loser. But we might have two. So it's possible. Does this hand have six hearts? I doubt it. It's the queen, so they may overtake with the ace. They do, and they're going to lead another heart. Right. Well, I'm going to rough with the jack because we've got jack 10, 9. We've got queen, jack 10, 9, 8, 7 all in a row there. So they can only over rough. We've got lots of those intermediates below the king, so we've got no problem. I suspect this hand will follow, but no. So this hand has six hearts. Remember, we had five between the two of us. This one's only turned up with two. That's seven. So this hand has six hearts, but didn't repeat them. This hand had king, queen, so they only had ace, jack. So, but that was very sensible to rough high. If we'd rough low, we'd probably got over roughed. They may still have the king of spades, but probably not, because I think they would have over roughed with the king of spades because they would think it could be finessed otherwise. So maybe I'll play to drop the singleton king of spades. But if this hand has the king of spades, they can't attack clubs. So let's lead a top spade just to encourage them to cover. I'm going up with the ace. Didn't drop the king. So spades could be 2-2. But I think the king is here. I'm going to give, am I going to play diamond? I can't afford to play diamonds because, well, if this hand has two spades, they'd rough a diamond. I would like to force this hand to exit with a club, but it doesn't look like I can because they'll still be able to exit with a diamond. They can't play a heart safely if they win the king of spades. Spades were 2-2. Oh, they've played the club. That's good. That means I only got the one club loser. Remember, they don't have any more trumps because we had 9 and their 4 have all gone. So I can play 3 rounds of diamonds and rough the last diamond and dummy if they don't break. And I can rough that club. When I say dummy, in the north hand, which is the closed hand, and I can rough that club in the south hand. So I'm going to make my 9 tricks. They've done better. So 71%. Everybody bid 3 spades, made 140. Those who let them play in 1 clubs just got them 1 down. And even if they doubled, that still wasn't enough. So, yeah, we did have to take, it was a useful bid by partner bidding those diamonds, making us believe in a double fit and being able to bid on to the 3 level, even though we only had an 8 card fit. So here we are. East has opened 3 clubs. Um, we're in fifth place, eighth place on our own now. This is a preemptive bid, vulnerable, ought to be fairly sound, but we've got 16 points. We've got choices. We could pass and hope to get them down in 3 clubs for 200 when we don't have a game on, because we're not vulnerable. We could double for takeout. I hope that partner might pass for penalties, but partner can't have that many clubs. Probably. Well, we could have 4 clubs because they've shown 7 and we've got 2, which makes 9. If West is voiding clubs, and we do. West might bid on in clubs if we double. If we double and West passes, then North is most likely to bid a red suit because we're shorter than them. So our other alternative is to bid 3 spades. I'm not sure how much that says. It says 6 plus spades and 14 to 19 total points. But this is a hand that will play well in spades. We've got these stops here. Did I say play spades meant? Yeah, so we're in the point range for it. We're a trump light. They're not very good trumps. We've got these 2 other good suits. And if partner bids one of them, they might be short in spades. They're likely to have 3 spades. So 4 spades is 3 or 4 spades is likely to be the best contract. But double has the biggest upside. Double, partner may have 5 or 6 hearts. Partner may have 4 clubs and be able to pass for penalties. So I think double is the best one. There are indeed layouts on which 3 spades will work better. But let's see what double brings. 4 hearts from partner. So partner's should have at least 5 for that. Yeah. And 11 plus points. So this looks like it's the right place. So we can pass and see what, and he attacks clubs. Partner's only got 1. So this hand probably has 3 clubs and didn't raise. Partner only has 4 hearts, unlike what they promised. The diamond finesse is probably wrong. The robot leads the king from ace king, so the king of diamonds is probably in the west hand. So we're in some kind of trouble in hearts because they'll probably break badly, and this hand could conceivably have 5 hearts because we have 7, so they have 6. They could, because this hand's got 7 clubs and this hand's got 3. I don't think they've got 8 clubs. I think they'd open 4 clubs because they're headed by the ace king. I think if they had 8 clubs headed by the ace king, they would be bidding, and we're going to get forced here, except we're not. So we think this hand's got 3 clubs. What we're going to do is we have a spade loser. If we look at this hand, if the trumps are all good, we've still got to lose this spade. There's no way of avoiding a 3rd round spade loser. Even with the diamonds all set up, we'd still only be able to throw 2 spades away from this hand. So the 3rd round of spades would still be a loser, unless they made some foolish discards. So I'm actually going to throw away my loser because I don't want to be forced to ruff from this 4-card suit. Right, here's the 7 of diamonds. Is this a singleton? Quite possibly. Could be a doubleton, but I'm prepared to bet the king of diamonds is not on side. So I'm going up with the ace of diamonds here. And I'm going to try and see how the hearts lie. So the real danger here is if I play 3 rounds of hearts, and this hand has 4 of them, and they win, well, then when I play diamonds, they win the king of diamonds. They can play a club, and this hand will be forced to ruff, and then they can get in, but they don't want to have any more clubs. So that may not be a problem. Let's think. So if this hand has, we think this hand's got 3 clubs. And if they got 4 hearts, yes. We think they've got 3 clubs, and if they've got 4 hearts and the king of diamonds, we can't afford to draw trumps. But we need to leave a trump in this hand so they can't lead a club safely when they lead the king of diamonds. So what I'm going to do is play 2 rounds of hearts. Hope they're not 5-1. 9 and 10 from here. So they're probably 4-2. Why else? They could have 8, 9, 10, I suppose. But probably this hand has 2 more hearts. So if I played another heart to the queen to find that out, if I played cash to jack to draw the last trump, when they got in with the king of diamonds, they'd have a club to lead to their partner's hand. And if I don't draw the last trump and knock out the king of diamonds, they would play a club and I would have to rough it and they'd be able to rough back in again. They wouldn't then have another trump to lead, but they would have got us down. So I'm going to try and set up the diamonds now, trusting that East doesn't have another trump. If that was a singleton diamond, we had 5 and 3, so there would be 4, so we can draw them safely. There's the king of diamonds. This one does have another one. Now they're playing trumps, which is fine. That's all right. They've got one more trump, which we can draw. Our diamonds are good, and our 2 spades are good. So we're going to make the contract. We can claim the 2 spades and the 3 diamonds. 420. Well, lots of people did the same. Again, moved up to 4th, it seems. Plenty of people. 4 spades would have been much easier. Yeah, if you bid 3 spades, presumably you get raised to 4 spades. Is that? Yeah, if you bid 3 spades, you get raised to 4 spades. 4 spades seems a little easier than 4 hearts. You have to be careful in 4 hearts. So there were people in 4 hearts went down. Not many people in 4 spades. Most people in 4 spades made it. Half the people in 4 hearts went down. So it was a trickier contract. So, as I say, this was a hand on which bidding 3 spades would work better. You'd get you to an easier contract, but the upside of doubling was bigger. Right, round we are to a 5-3-3-2 hand, 17-point hand. Some people would think this was too strong for 1-no trump. I certainly don't. I would open this hand a strong no trump. Some people would say with a nice 5-card suit, it's too good for 1-no trump. And bid 1 diamond. And then when Peter bid 1 heart, you could bid 2 no trumps. So I'm just bidding 1 no trump. Partner's transferring to hearts. I'm saying 2 hearts, we may be playing there. 3 spades. So partners, this is a splinter. They got 6 hearts and singleton or void in spades. I think it's a splinter in spades, not anywhere else. We've got good defense in spades. They may not have much outside of hearts. It says 14 to 15 total points. And we've got 17. But our hearts are bad. I wonder if we should bid 3 clubs looking for a slam. Partner can cubid diamonds after us, then there's some chances with a slam. Let's try 4 clubs. Shows my hand. Yeah. 4 diamonds. So that's promising the ace of diamonds, I think. 6 plus hearts and the ace of diamonds. So now we need to know if they've got the ace king of diamonds, or ace king queen of diamonds, ace king queen of hearts rather. Obviously, the king of diamonds would be very useful as well. Um, we've got a double stop in clubs and spades. So we know they got 6+ hearts. I think we can bid for NT Roman keycard Blackwood for hearts here. We need partner to have good hearts. So that's what we're asking about here. Partner has 5 clubs, which says we know they can't have 0 key cards because they've already said they've got the ace of diamonds. So that gives them ace king of hearts and the ace of diamonds. What we can do now is bid 5 diamonds, which asks if they have queen of hearts and tell us about any kings as well. So if they showed the queen of hearts and the king of diamonds, we'd be able to bid 7 no trumps. So let's try 5 diamonds, which is asking about the queen. No, they don't have the queen. But they do have 6. So we've got 6. We've got 8 missing the queen. We might have a finesse. The queen might drop. Or the diamond finesse could work. All of those puts us, and we shouldn't lose anything anywhere else. So all of that puts us on the right side of the odds for a slam. It's better than 50%. We might not lose the queen of hearts. We might not lose the king of diamonds, even if the two of them are each of them is 50% chance. Yeah, if we don't know about the jack of hearts, so losing the queen of hearts is, we might lose it. We might not lose it, say 40% of the time. We might lose it 60% of the time. And the king of diamonds, we might lose it. We might not lose it 50% of the time. And so that's a half times 4/10. So we're going to make this slam 70% of the time. With it's only if we say it's 4/10 that we're going to lose, we would lose the queen of hearts. 5/10 that we're going to lose the king of diamonds, a half. So that's 5 times 4. In fact, that's 20 over 100. So actually, only 20% of the time won't we make 6 hearts. So an 80% chance slam is one that you should bid. So there we go. So we've got 4 black cards in dummy, and we've got 4 black winners in our hands. So that takes care of those. The diamond finesse may be right, and the hearts finesse may be right. We've got enough entries. So what's the best way of playing the hearts? 2, 4. We've got 8 between us. And there's a saying, 8 ever, 9 never. So finessing for the queen, if you have an 8 card fit, an ace, king, jack, you should. Finessing for the queen is a 50% chance, whereas the queen dropping, as I've suggested, is only around a 40% chance. So you're better off finessing for the queen. I did the calculation wrong before, I've just realised, but anyway, we might come back to that. One possibility is I play to the ace, and then come back and finesse for the queen. The thing is, if there's a singleton 10 there, I can take 2 finesses. So the ace would win if it was singleton queen here. Playing a card and finessing the jack, and if the 10 appears, I'll be able to finesse against the queen here the second time. So that's finessing the jack, playing the ace, coming back to hand, and finessing the jack wins against the singleton queen in this hand. Taking the finesse of the jack straight away wins against the singleton 10 in this hand, because if I play a spade heart to the ace, got the 10, come back, finesse. No, I can still do it, can't I, if I got the entries right. So I will play, I'll win this in my hand. I don't have, they haven't set up any winners at the moment. I can always rough the spade if they want to come to my hand. So now I'm going to lead a heart and play the ace just to see. Oh, and it dropped the singleton queen. I don't think they'd have played the queen if it wasn't singleton. So I'm going to finesse for this hand to have the 10. So I'm going to come back to my hand with a club. And there's the 10. Right. So now I can draw the other two trumps, throwing away black suit losers from this hand. Now, you see that we knew they turned out to be 4-1. So now we're going to come back. I want to come back to my hand to take a diamond finesse. So I'm coming back with the king of clubs. But now I've got a club loser. So I've got to get rid of that on my king of spades before I do anything else. Right. And now I can take the diamond finesse. And there it is. And now all my diamonds are good. Jack down to 7. And 2 trumps. I've made an over trick. So I can play making +1. 100%. Nobody else bid 6 hearts. I wonder why not. See what's happened. Tables. Why is nobody bidding 6 hearts? 6 no trumps made, but they didn't make the over trick. 3 no trumps +4. Lots of 4 hearts +2. Why do people stop there? 1 no trump. They just bid 4 hearts over 3 spades. Is that what everybody did? Made 4 hearts +2. 3 no trumps over 3 spades and got 4 hearts. Oh. Well, once you know that they've got 6 hearts, then you're in a different ball game. So that's got us up to first place with 1 board to go. Let's see what we can do with a big fit here. Partner might only have 3 diamonds, but they got an opening hand. We've got 16 points and 6 diamonds and a couple of outside aces. Well, we don't want to bid anything else. 3 diamonds would be preemptive. Do we want to bid 3 spades, which is a splinter? Don't like splintering with singleton aces because people then think that partner then thinks his king X is bad. They devalue what they've got. So people say you should never splinter with a singleton ace. If you splinter and then cubid, then you could have that. So if I had a small spade and the ace of clubs, I would definitely make a splinter bid. But partners too likely not to evaluate their hand correctly. So another possibility here is to bid 2 diamonds, which is an inverted minor suit raise. Shows that I got 4 plus diamonds, 10 plus high card points, and is forcing at least the 2 trumps. So the advantage of just bidding 3 spades is to see if partner cubids clubs. Or bids 3 no trumps. 2 diamonds, you see, normally would produce either 2 no trumps from partner if they got stops. Or a show a stop. So if they bid 3 clubs, we'd be quite happy. But no, I think I'm going to bid 3 spades, despite the fact that the partner won't value their king and queen of spades highly enough. I want to hear about clubs, so let's see what they do. And they bid 3 no trumps. So they've got a partial stop in, they've got a stop in spades and partial stops in hearts and clubs. Four no trumps. It is Blackwood for diamonds. I thought it might be quantitative, but well, we need them to show two key cards, don't we? The king. If they had two key cards, it's the king of diamonds and the ace of clubs. They said anything here? Just they got an opening hand. We have got. Where are their points besides the king of diamonds? Should we just take the money in three no trumps? We might be losing that there. If I bid four no trumps and they show two key cards, we're going past five diamonds and we're committed to six diamonds. They got two key cards. That's only 7 points. And they've got some points somewhere else. But we've got these losers. So king of diamonds, ace of clubs. What other 6 points could they have? They could have those other two kings, and we've still got two losers it's impossible to deal with. But they haven't really limited their hand very much, except that we know this is a best hands tournament. So we know they haven't got more than 16. That's four diamonds. It's forcing to four no trumps. Shows three minus hearts, one minus spade. Twice rebiddable diamond. So we can stop in four no trumps. I think that's all right. I think that's going to be safe. Partner bids four no trumps, then we'll pass it. If he does they do something more, then we can look for slam. So let's just bid four diamonds here. And I got five diamonds, which is not what I wanted to hear. Because we're losing to the people in three no trumps now. I was fooled by the fact that four diamonds was forcing to four no trumps, so we could stop in four no trumps, which would have been all right because I'm sure we've got 10 tricks in no trumps, which means the no trumps people will score 430 at least, and we're never going to score. We'd have to make 13 tricks to score 470. So this may be giving up first place. Passing is probably giving up first place. Playing in five diamonds because most people are playing in three no trumps. I'm going to see if there's any way we can make six diamonds. Probably passing three no trumps was the best thing at match points. Well, the King of Hearts is a very nice lead. Thank you very much. So that means that we can have no heart losers because we've got 10 trumps between us, 6 and 4. And we can rough that heart. And we can throw two clubs away on those two spades. So partner would have devalued their king, queen of spades opposite our splinter. That was the difficulty of the three spade bid. Right. Win our ace of hearts. Draw some trumps. It's queen of diamonds. All right, they're both followed. So there's one more trump to come. So we'll do that in dummy. We will come to the ace of spades. Back over to that ace of hearts. It's a winner. and play the king spades, throwing a club, the queen of spades, throwing a club. Um, well, we only need to ruff the eight of hearts in dummy, so I'm going to come back to this hand with a diamond and just try leading a club and seeing if they let the king win. Thought not. Six of clubs, king's going to win. We can throw our heart loser away, and we've just got trumps left from the 12 tricks. 89.3%. So some other people got to six diamonds. Yep, you can see that. The three no trumps did indeed make 430, and if you played in five diamonds, you got a bad score. I mean, that's the thing about match points. If three no trumps is making, you're going to get a bad score if you play in five of a minor. So you may as well bid six and try and get a top as playing five and get a sure bottom. So to go, that gets us up to 70%, and that leaves us in first place. So all in all, it was a fairly good result. Those two boards, 3 and 4, where we were average or below, but apart from that, they drove forward. And as I said, it was quite a strong field. You can see there's the four below me are 60%. So there were quite a few good players in the field this time. So that was a worthwhile exercise, I think, in the logic of how you decide in bidding and in the play what to do and counting up and working out what you can, which distributions, with which distributions you can cope and with which ones you can't, and how to play to pick up that, particularly when you're missing the king and a lower card or missing the queen, particularly missing the queen 10, there are lots of things to consider. Yeah, but they're not so difficult that you can't work them out at the table, as I did there. Um, if I were playing, I would be working it out in my head, just as I did as I was talking you through it. So that is the there are these things that are not too difficult. You can work them out. You do have time to do it. So I hope those were all useful lessons. I hope you will share this, subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and like this video, and then YouTube will put it in front of more bridge players. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.